I've often wondered, what if AI could have seen what no one else could and changed the way my dad's final moments unfolded? I remember the moment I realized my dad was going to die, sitting beside him in home hospice, listening to him say goodbye to his brother. One last call to say I love you. He was being given the medication that would end his suffering, but it didn't. They had to adjust his dosing again and again and again. This lasted for days. My family and I just waiting to hear if he had finally found peace. End-of-life care is complex. Getting the dosing right took time. Years later, I look back at that moment while I watched my father cling to a life he was ready to let go of, and can't help but think, if AI tools had been a part of his care, would he have passed more peacefully? Would my family have been spared the trauma of watching him suffer far longer than he had to? What if we're asking the wrong question with AI and need a totally new way of seeing it? Losing my dad gave me a radically new perspective on life, and that's exactly what we need with AI. What if AI isn't here to replace us, but to protect us, elevate us, and even comfort us in our most painful moments? We hear a lot about how AI will take over the world. But what if we're asking the wrong question? Because the title of this talk is the question we all hear. Will AI take over the world? The better question is, how will we stay in charge of the world we're building with it? 6 months after losing my dad, my fiance lost hers too. And just like that, 2 father figures gone. Could AI have helped her dad too? What about financially? Can AI help financially? Because while I was grieving, I was also drowning. I was over $100,000 in debt, struggling to hold on to my business. ADHD, low self-esteem, feeling like I didn't belong in a world I had worked so hard to build. And then I had to make a choice. And I did make a choice. I stopped trying to outwork the chaos, and I started building systems that could think for me, and I began co-creating with AI. I discovered that AI wasn't just about tech. It's about time, peace, and power. That became the blueprint for how I work, building systems that help things work together. I went from sleepless nights and unpaid bills to building a stable, sustainable business. It was a shift in identity. None of that would have happened if I hadn't made that first hard decision to stop fearing AI and start using it. AI will not replace you. Let me repeat that again. AI will not replace you. But it may give an advantage to those who choose to use it. Because here's the thing that most people miss. AI is already everywhere. It's the algorithm recommending your next video. It's the system powering your GPS. And it even assists clinicians by spotting patterns in complex data. We're not entering in the age of AI. We're already living in it. Some people think AI is cold, robotic, and soulless. But what if it's actually the most human thing in the room? In the case of my father's passing, I still wonder whether AI could have spared him pain. In your life, it could spare you burnout, missed opportunities, overwhelm. You see, AI isn't here to dehumanize the world. It's actually here to give us back our humanity. Just imagine if your calendar managed itself, if your email sorted itself, if your ideas turned into content without you lifting a finger. what would that version of you look like? The one who isn't buried in busy work, but finally creating from clarity. This isn't a tech talk. It's a talk about choice. Do we keep running scared, or do we learn to steer? Now, I want to offer a simple way to think about working with AI. AIM. A is awareness. Many of us are ignoring AI because we're unsure of it, and that's okay. But we can't grow from what we're not willing to see. So the first step is to become radically aware. I want you to ask yourself, where in your life or work are you losing time, clarity, or peace? Where are you overworking where you could be co-working with AI? I is integration. Integration means weaving AI into the daily fabric of your life or work. This doesn't mean becoming a coder overnight. It means asking yourself, what's one repetitive task I can delegate to AI today? You don't need to replace everything you do with AI. Let it amplify what matters. M is mastery. Mastery doesn't mean knowing everything. It means committing to the practice. You master AI the same way you master anything else. By showing up, by planning, by testing, by learning from failure. And here's the thing. AI mastery doesn't belong to the smartest people in the room. It belongs to the curious ones. The ones who ask, what if this tool could do more than I think? What if I stopped doing everything manually? Just like using a smartphone or sending an email, AI can become second nature. That's where the real change happens. AIM, awareness, integration, mastery. It's how you stop fearing the future and start co-creating it. For the last 10 years, I've been building systems that don't just use AI, they humanize it. If it feels like the world is moving too fast and you're getting left behind, you're not alone. Whether you run a small business, offer local services, work inside a large organization, or are simply trying to keep up, there are practical ways to start small and stay in control. Because the future does not belong to the machines. It belongs to the humans who decide how the machines are used. So, let's return to the question. Will AI take over the world? Only if we hand it the keys. The more powerful, more human question is this. How will we take responsibility for the world we're building with AI? Because the truth is, the age of AI is not coming. It's here. And it's waiting for us to decide the terms. Not to merely survive this shift, but to shape it. Thank you.